closing bars and nightclubs and gyms and movie theaters and water parks. Even New Jersey, which, like New York, has seen its hospitalization rate plummet and positivity numbers drop into the low single digits, even that state is slowing down plans to reopen, and New York is considering doing the same. But all of this is proceeding state by state, sometimes locality by locality, or even one public official at a time. For instance, here's Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell today.
We must have no stigma, none, about wearing masks when we leave our homes and come near other people. Wearing simple face coverings is not about protecting ourselves. It is about protecting everyone we encounter.
So there's that, and it does mark a change. And the vice president this weekend, who rarely even lets the word mask fall from his lips, preferring to say face covering, actually did it. He said the M word.
If your local officials, in consultation with the state, are directing you to wear a mask, we encourage everyone to wear a mask in the affected areas. And where you can't maintain social distancing, wearing a mask is just a good idea. And it will, we know from experience, will slow the spread.
We know from experience. This is being touted by some as a sign of progress, what he just said. And just think about it, how incredible that is. The man...
And pay attention to Shalom, Yabashim Yahshua, Wabakakodash, Brakathum. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Citations to you, Akim, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Just pay attention to this Edomites. These Edomites are against each other, man. This is because they know this COVID-19 is all a bunch of bullshit, man. And I'm going to get this in the scriptures. Yahushua spoke on this about Satan being divided against itself. All right, and it shows you that this kingdom is over with. We keep telling you people this kingdom is finished, man. These Edomites are against each other. They know each other is full of shit, so to speak. I'm going to play some more.
Who allegedly heads the coronavirus task force, grudgingly and haltingly encouraging people now to wear masks. If their local officials say they should. That seems like progress. After all these number of people who've died, after all we've known and how long this thing has been going on, that's progress. After rarely wearing a mask in public for weeks and backing the president who doesn't wear a mask and lives like the vice president does in a biological bunker with everyone around them subject to repeated testing and temperature taking and mask wearing, now he's pretending to be responsible and suggest wearing a mask. Why don't you put on your own mask, Mr. Vice President, and keep it on? You know, the only reason he doesn't is because he's scared about the president. I mean, it's certainly not a profile in courage with this one. This is the guy running the coronavirus task force, allegedly running what he is fond of calling the whole of government effort against the disease. What whole of federal government effort? Oh, yeah.
And this is beautiful because a lot of these Edomites, have wanted my job. They actually believe that there's a virus to this extent, man. And then you have the Edomites in office, like Pence and Trump. They don't wear masks because they secretly know that this is something for the elite to usher in their new world order. This is what this is being used for. The other Edomites, they honestly believe there is a COVID-19 virus. When in fact wearing a mask is absolutely terrible for your respiratory system, man. This is why you can see who the smarter Edomites are in this situation. It's actually Pitts and the higher people that are in office. But it just shows you the divide, all right, between Satan, man, in these last days. All right, so I'm going to play some more and get some scriptures. Lord willing, it's edifying, excuse me.
He did wear a mask at Sunday services at a megachurch in Dallas, which might count for something if it hadn't, been at a mega church in Dallas with a 100-person choir, many of whom appear in the upper age ranges, not wearing masks, singing their lungs out, spraying aerosol into the enclosed indoor space and onto the people singing all around them. So yeah, this is where we are. Going to a manifestly unsafe event, but wearing a mask some of the time is now what counts as progress for the guy allegedly leading the federal effort against the virus. Perhaps by those same low standards, his words this weekend were an improvement over his flat-out dishonesty at Friday's first in 2 months task force briefing.
We slowed the spread. We flattened the curve. We saved lives.
You Edomites are
Clearly,
finished,
someone
man.
wrote that statement. Yes, it's written to make headlines. And yeah, some states did do that, but not enough. And notice he's speaking in the past tense. This is the same virus we had months ago. It didn't vanish like the president predicted. It didn't diminish into local brush fires like the president promised. It's the same deadly virus. The federal government and a whole lot of governors just decided to stop giving a damn about it. Also, the vice president today defended the president holding big rallies in Tulsa and Phoenix as a First Amendment issue. Then when asked a second time, he rambled on for more than 3 minutes without answering the question before abruptly ending the briefing. We do not know when or even if there will be another briefing. None is scheduled for this virus task force. What we do know is, as far as the president is concerned, the picture that is plain to see, especially compared to other parts of the world, simply does not exist. Before I play you what his press secretary said today,
Okay, that's enough. It just really shows you these these Edomites are divided, man. All right, and this COVID-19 is gonna wedge them further and further apart, like the scripture says, man. All right, and that's what's gonna tell you that this kingdom is falling, man. Let me get this. Give me 1 second. All right, perfect. This is Luke chapter 10. This is Luke chapter 10, verse 18. And he said unto them, all right, speaking with the disciples, I beheld Satan, and he talk about Esau, as lightning fall from heaven, from his rulership, from power. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents. And that's what we have with the truth, man, with the scriptures, man. We have the light now. The Lord has handed us the torch through the Spirit, and he's taking all the wisdom, and he's continuing to take all the wisdom, from these Edomites. That's why they're becoming divided. Okay? And they're gonna fall eventually, and that's what we're experiencing. And that's what they're experiencing on the left hand side, falling. Luke 10 and 18, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. You see? And it just shows you, man, we're at the end, man. All right? Let me get another scripture. This is Matthew's 12 and 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Mark 3 and 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So America, Babylon the Great is not going to stand, man. This place is finished, man. These Edomites are against each other. Everybody has different points of view, right, in this society. So what does that show you? That this is a kingdom divided against itself. And it says here, cannot stand. All right. Mark 3 and 25. And if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. Okay. So this place is over with, man. The triumphing of the wicked is short, man. And we're at the end of this man's kingdom, man. The end of the world, like it says, the end of Esau's world, like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, man. All right. Yahushua spoke of these times. All right. This is all the workings of Yahushua. We are in the end. These Edomites are being wedged more and more apart. And that's a part of the biblical prophecy that we just read of this kingdom being divided. All right. Therefore, it's not going to stand too much longer, man. All right, so Lord willing, that was edifying call. Allah Yahweh Bashem Shai, Wahab Kodash. Don't want us to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling one of the scriptures. Salutations to Akim across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and a Bible ball.